Hello. It's me, Minnie again, and here's another sketchbook tour. I think this is the one which is most fan art heavy, but don't worry, this is going to be probably the last one which is fan art heavy. And I started a sketchbook in 2018 of November, on the last day of November, to 2019 of April, which is December, January, February, March, April, 5 months. And I don't have hobbies, I have obsessions. That is so true. And here I was trying to swatch my colors, but I didn't want to waste a page, so I made an abstract with it. And then we have Koya from BT21. And I was reading my PSM textbook in which they were like, filament lamps cost you way too much money and fluorescent lamps save you money, so I made a doodle about it. And then let's just not talk about it. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about the eyes, we don't talk about the lips, but we can talk about the leaves because I like them. And then we have a doodle about mature and immature lens fibers. So immature lens fiber still has the nucleus, so I drew the baby one with nucleus. And then I was thinking about my friend who doesn't drink water, so I drew a cactus. And then we have turquoise Jungkook here. Back then I really wanted him to have a turquoise hair for a comeback. And then I was reading that bacteria thrives in summer, so I drew a doodle about that. I seriously don't remember what this is about. I have some blueberries and I made a meme thon. I tried using all the colors of rainbow because there are 7 members. And my friend gave me a prompt about making a mini me, so I drew that. And then we have Yoongi's neck pillow, which was another prompt by another friend. And it was winter back then, and I was craving hot chocolate, even though I never tried it, but I was craving that, so I drew a doodle about it. And this is Friends by Marshmallow. I like their lyrics song video characters, so I drew that. And then Superman and Batman, basically a BTS song, a lipstick prompt. Someone asked me to draw a PSM textbook, and Hobie not liking snakes. Okay. So this old dude here has 2 daughters, Hygeia and Panacea. Hygeia is the goddess of health and she's liked by intellectuals. Her kids are called hygienists, and Panacea is the goddess of medicine and she's fully loaded. She has a lot of cash, and her kids are called healers. So I made a doodle about all this because I found it very interesting. And then we have a galaxy cat. And I liked Paper Heart cover by Jungkook, so I drew the lyrics on top of a paper heart. And here's Namjoon Bromance, which we all know I really like. And then we have me trying to draw characters based on my accounts on IG. So we have my personal account, then my main art account, and then my doodles account. And the small ghost is basically my comics account. Unfortunately though, none of them exist right now except my art account. And then we have some more prompts by people on IG. We have Batman, we have Joker, and I was trying to humanize Jigglypuff, and I really like this one a lot. She looks so cute. And then we have Draw This in Your Style challenge by Casey Golden, and someone gave me a prompt of a literal poop. And then we have artist works. So I have a semicolon on my cheek, and I used to do night outs for my art. I don't do that anymore. I definitely don't sacrifice my sleep anymore. And then basically I drew this old man because of the beard. I was trying to draw something cool. And this page is not actually drawn by me. My friends usually draw a doodle when they give me a gift on my birthday, so I collected them over the years. So this is so cute to me that I dedicated a whole page for them. And then we have Namjoon on this side, which, do you guys ever have a piece that you're really proud of but you can never try to recreate it again? Well, this is that piece for me. I really tried using the style again, but it never worked out for me. So it's sad, but at least it's one of a kind. And then we have a very sad page. It's kind of empty, but that's what happens in a sketchbook. So we have a Namjoon here, and I was craving winter. I like winter a lot, okay? So that's why it's here. And then I was contemplating my education system and how we don't have any basics and how we are just filling the levels above that but not actually learning the complete basics. And I made a doodle about that. Okay, and then we have some swatches here. And okay, I was having my exams and there was October back then, and I was trying to do a doodle per day at least, but then I realized my exams are way more important, so I gave up after second day. And here's an artist works part 2 because I didn't like the first one, or I tried recreating the first one. So first we have me wearing cat ear mufflers, which I don't do now, and I collect peelies, which I don't do now again, and writing 365 days of gratitude. Well, that was just for a year, so I don't know, I don't do it anymore, but I used to do it, so I think it counts. And then someone gave me a prompt of cherry blossom. Okay, here I was trying to redraw a song which I did in sketchbook number 2. I think it was Hip Hop File by BTS in a simplistic style. And then we have a Jungkook here. So here again I was trying to redraw Daydream from my sketchbook number 2 in a simplistic style, which was actually the initial idea. And from here on you can see that I was trying to approach my art in a very simplistic way, which was initially how I wanted my art to be, but then I got caught up in the details and how it impressed my peers or my parents. But now I started getting comfortable with my art, and that's how it's turned to be right now. And here we have a chinchilla. This is the first time when I came to know about chinchillas, and they're so cute. Oh my god. Okay, this one. My friend was basically talking about how if farts smelled like perfume, we would all claim them instead of being like, oh, it's not me, it's not me. And I thought it was really funny, and I thought I'll make a comic out of it. Okay, so we have another chinchilla here because I couldn't get enough of them. And this is basically a representation of how I use my sketchbook and habit of sketchbooking to overcome my mental illnesses and how I use it to ignore them or try to use it as a therapy. It's almost like journaling but in a visual form if you think about it. And then we have Jung Ho-seok. I tried making a honeybee themed portrait of him for an AU. I had a weird phase of an AU, but it was very short lived. I only did one AU and it was not really that great, so it's fine. I like this portrait a lot. I was really proud of it. And then I had a series where I tried using meaning of flowers with hand gestures. I think this was supposed to be red Esther for patience. I think I did 10 parts of this series, I am not sure. And this is basically cute BTS portraits. And someone gave me a prompt about a tutu and I tried to incorporate it in Koya. And then we have a comic about feelings. As I said, I was using my sketchbook as a visual journal. Oh, I was having my exams and my wake up alarm is actually Wake Up by BTS and it has an ending as Matarinosa, and I was studying retinitis pigmentosa and I was hungry, so I was like samosa, and this whole thing was very funny to me, so I made a comic out of it. And we were having Yes or Yes come back by twice, so I drew Dayun, Taeyun, and BTS won some award, so it was a very emotional phase for ARMY back then, so I drew a whole spread of comics based on that. My memory of this is very foggy at the moment right now. And then we have a comic. Basically, I was very excited for Baya's birthday but not for my birthday, so I drew a comic about that. I think it's true for a lot of fans. And then this is a part of my AU. So Jimin was supposed to be the villain or something. I seriously don't remember. I mean, you can tell that I have lost my touch with the fandom. I mean, I still do listen to the music, but it's been a while. Okay, I think it's that flower hand gesture thing. Okay, this one is supposed to be anthurium and hospitality. So I drew namaste hands, and we have some comics, and then a comic about my Peely Nation thing, and then more comics. These were very neat for what I did back then. I think they have their own charm and I kind of miss them, to be honest. Okay, this is about me not leaving the art store and my friend trying to take me out. And then we have some Taeyong here, and I think I was trying to draw a Beauty and the Beast kind of page here. You see, I was really deep, okay, not deep but mid-deep into the fandom. And here we have a comic about how others treat their sketchbook and how I treat my sketchbook. And I was really into space buns back then, so I made the Maknae line of BTS with space buns theme. And making them kids is even more cuter. And here I tried to make Hyung line, but I don't think it worked out that well as the Maknae line, to be honest. I think I like the Yoongi one the best. Also, I have a bias of having blue as my favorite color, so don't judge me, okay? And here I was listening to my friends talk while I was drawing, and it's almost like having an audiobook, but it's your friends, and it was so fun. I really enjoyed that experience. And here I was trying to draw a duality theme for Namjoon, and you can see here you have a cute Namjoon and a dark Namjoon with bat wings, and he's having that halo thing. I was really proud of this piece. I think this was supposed to be for a collab. It's been too long to remember, to be honest. And then we have a comic about my birthday. That's my mom trying to wake me up for the morning with chocolate. And then we have another duality piece, but this time it's Yoongi, and I was really proud of this one too, to be honest. I don't remember what this song is about, but oh, that's my hand. And then, oh, I forgot to show you the spread, so this is in editing. Basically, I was into Exceed back then, so here's a piece about that. K-pop is really colorful if you think about it, and I like colorful stuff. So, and this is serious SNA, but I made it serious. It's a word play, which is really bad, I know. And this is Namjoon, and I tried to make this piece called meditation, but I was using his phone because nowadays people are stuck to their phones. There are some fine details on this one which I really like. And then we have sweat glands, but it's sweating. Yeah, we'll move on. Yeah, I know. And then there's some comics about my exams because I like ranting about them. And here's another Jungkook, and some more comics about my exams and how I think about sleeping early, but then I don't sleep because of the stress. And this one is about Calla Lily and feminine beauty. I use my hands for this, so I'm kind of proud of it. And some more comics, and this one is about, let's see, Daisy and innocence. So I used a baby's hand. And here's a comic about how others read textbook and how I read a textbook, and another comic about how I feel like myself with fewer followers, and I kind of feel more shy with a lot of followers because I was getting a lot of followers from drawing a lot of fan art back then. So I was feeling shy and I wanted to show that. And here I was trying to use oil pastels from my childhood. It kind of works. I'm not too upset about it. And some more comics about how I bought stationery and used it to doodle instead of studying. Sorry, mom. Okay, anyways, here's another Jimin. I like his outfit, by the way, and this was a great era for him. And here's another comic. Basically, I got confused. It's not the manga way. It's basically stress 100 to 1000 when your mom enters, because I get reminded of stress when my mom comes because I'm literally reading for her sake. So, sorry, mom. And then we have a not Jungkook, Jin portrait. And then I used my friend's hand as a reference for this one, and it's supposed to be fennel and strength. I kind of like it. I'm not too sure about it. And then we have few more comics. Just some cute, wholesome, and quirky stuff, basically. And then we have a glass hand, which is supposed to be okay for cherry blossom and beauty of life, and also the fragility of life. So I drew a glass hand instead of a human hand because it breaks easily. And then we have a comic about being an IG artist and a Taeyang portrait. I remember being so proud of this one, but now I can kind of see the mistakes I made. But at least he has blue hair, so I'm winning in this game. So here's another comic about how I like my old crusty brushes and not my new ones. And this was so low effort for me because the previous comics were all kind of neat and very planned, and this one was just at the moment and a quick sketch basically. And then basically I was trying to take inspiration from the previous comic and trying to be more loose with my sketchwork and drawing Namjoon. So what did I write here? A couple that makes army laugh together stays together. I mean, I didn't lie. Okay, and this one, I think this was the last piece in that series and I really like it. It is supposed to be Snapdragon with patience. And then we have a comic which I named Polyalame because back then I really needed a lot of alarms to wake up. So we have 3 a.m. alarm, we have 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. and I think currently dating 6 a.m. and we have 7 a.m. waiting for me. My brain is just that weird. Anyways, let's see. Okay, so this one is a simplistic comic because I was kind of over the details and everything. So I was trying to show how we kind of binge all the information before exam and then vomit it during the exam. And I mean, it did its job, so I can't complain. And then we have just a sketch, but not really. I was having a lot of planning to do this. I planned everything. It was not just a sketch, as everyone says, but I like it. I thought it was very nice. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I basically used the hair of Namjoon as waves of water on which Koya is sleeping, so it makes a very wholesome kind of scene. I think this is supposed to be a part of my AU. Oh, and then we have another piece from the series, and this was supposed to be Lupin for imagination or something like that. I'm not sure. And then I made a comic about how I treat my books after exams, but then I'm a medical student, so I can't really do that. And here's a Yoongi portrait from my AU again. By this point I was kind of giving up on my AU, so this is very loosely based on my AU. And here, I was really proud of this one. I was so proud of the color matching. I posted it on my Instagram, and then I realized that the perspective is all off, and I was so sad because I was so proud of the color matching. And then we have a galaxy piece. I mean, and then we have a dud because I really gave up on this Namjoon because it was not turning out how I wanted it to be. And then, oh, this one, I really like the photo shoot they had for this one, and I always try to recreate this picture, but it never turns out well. And then we have some doodles here and a Jungkook. And then, oh, I was thinking about how if I could commission myself, what would I draw? And I drew that. I drew BT21 all together with Army's BT21. Was it Dan or something? I don't remember his name, but I really like it. And this is basically Macrophage Sun from Cells at Work, and I tried using Jisoo's visual for this because I thought she would work very well for Macrophage Sun. And this is supposed to be Blanket Kick by BTS song lyrics series, but it didn't turn out well, so I tried redoing it again later on. Oh, and this one, I saw someone using their hoodie to hold their popcorn, and I thought that was intellectual behavior, so I drew this thing where this person is having a spiritual awakening kind of thing. Oh, and here we have a failed sketch, so I tried to cover it with bookmarks I made way earlier. Oh, and then we have the same thing. I tried to redraw the photo shoot thing of Namjoon, and I don't think it really worked out, but I spent so much time on this. I like the neck, however. Okay, we have this old dude here. If you asked my previous self, I would have told some weird story about it, backstory about it, but I don't think I remember anything about it right now. Okay, so Changha was having her comeback, and I really liked it. I think it was 12 o'clock or something, and I made her very cute for that instead of being hot or something. Oh, this one, I hate it. But I tried redrawing it, and it's there in my sketchbook number 1. And here I tried drawing Muck as a human. People were so scared of this one, so I didn't post it on my Instagram back then. And then we have another comic about my mid school life. Let's see. What should we put in the comments if you stay till the end? Let's keep a butterfly. And here's the back side. And yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.